Think he can't shine through the dark? Stream a Roshan Steel in high resolution? And record a play for the history books? Watch this. Think he can't make a victory go viral? Watch this. Think a support can't be in the spotlight? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, a legend can rewrite his own legacy. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Remember where it started. Your first experiences. Remember where you came from. The journey you traveled. The journey you loved. Remember where it started. And imagine where it will go. Rise on.
No matter what your passion is, soccer, rugby, racing, or esports, become a part of the experience with the moments we deliver.
You're not weak. Your mind is always racing. It never rests. So let the earth quake as you break through.
This is game fuel. It's domination in a can. Tastes like loser tears.
New Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Hello and welcome back to the ESL One Birmingham closed qualifiers. This is the Chinese region. My name is Nahmed. I'm joined by Mo Farah as we get into IG versus Royal in this lower bracket elimination game to find out who's going to make it through to the next round. Exciting stuff down here, and these teams facing elimination. Who, on paper, would you say is supposed to take this match, Mo?
Well, I mean, coming into the qualifiers before we knew anything about the teams, I probably would have said Royal. Just because I think IG were supposed to be the weakest out of the four teams. But IG have been playing pretty well.
They're in the upper bracket.
Anybody who picks Ricky is in my good books already.
Yeah, that's definitely a flex right there. That is saying, like, yeah, you know, we can play meta, we can play good, but we can also play these things which probably not what you're expecting to see from us. So, yeah, Ricky coming out. This isn't a counter to Enigma, is it? This is just... I don't know what this is.
Well, it could be. I mean, in terms of hunting him in the jungle at the start of the game and taking all his XP and all his gold.
Yeah, that's true.
But the best thing is it's dogfights Ricky as well. I'm pretty sure this guy's... I'm not 100% sure, I'm like 99% sure this guy used to play a lot of Ricky around the era. But who did he play for at the time? I'll have to do some digging up while you cast, but... there was a meta where I'm pretty sure he just played Ricky and Earth Spirit every single game, and Monkey King as well. It was him and Bobica that both did it.
Sounds fantastic.
I like this draft by Royal so far, though. Like, they have this really good push potential with the Enigma and the Beastmaster. You'll see those two heroes in the off lane together as well. Obviously, Enigma just denying the creeps and trying to go to the jungle.
Yeah, of course, and you know. As you said, they'll just deny the creeps, and that'll push the creep wave back under Beastmaster's tower. He's going to have a really great time, and of course, then once Enigma decides to, they can just push down that tower pretty damn quickly with the aura of the Beastmaster and the Eidolons and the summons of his.
I'm not sure about this Ricky, though. It might end up being a core Ricky as well. I've seen one game of this recently, and I think... I can't remember which team played it, but the Ricky ended up getting absolutely destroyed, and it was horrendous. So... I'm hoping...
For the sakes of my pubs, I'm happy, but... It's cool to see a bit of variety, though. And Sven is going to be the pickup from Royal now.
And it's not like they have no way of dealing with the Ricky. Like, they have this Venge swap to take people out the smoke cloud if they're ever in trouble as well.
Yeah.
So, Interesting. So they're going to need one of their... You would imagine this Ricky, Shaman, Nature's Prophet's like their 3, 4, 5 in whatever order they play it. So they need to pick one of their 2 cores here. Ursa's still in the pool, which I think is okay.
Well, they go for the Wraith King again, so I'm pretty sure they played this yesterday, didn't they? And it didn't work out fantastically for them.
I don't think that was the fault of the Wraith King, though. I think he played okay.
He won his lane, I think. Yeah, but we've seen this more and more from teams where they pick up the Wraith King and they basically just spam out skeletons like crazy. Like, more skeletons, more farm, more push. It's really effective.
Yeah, it's a very good hero. It's starting to gain a lot of popularity as well at the moment. I think people, like you say, people have started to realise how good these skeletons are at farming, which is kind of where the hero struggled for so long, in having this kind of flash farming potential. That's why you see a lot of people build Midas on it the same way they do on Lifestealer, just because they don't have a great farming capability.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting though. I love the way that this hero's been like this for ages, and yet it just took one person to go, hey, what if we spam skeletons? And all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, oh my god, this hero is viable all of a sudden. And it's kind of become this thing where Wraith King's kind of fallen into the meta now.
I'm a little bit worried for IG that they don't have a huge amount of wave clear. Like, they've got this Wrath of Nature and they've got the Ether Shock from the Shaman. Apart from that, they're a little bit lacking. OD. I mean, it's a really good OD game. Like, you can put people in Astral if they get roared or stunned by the Sven.
Yep.
There's not... Like, Sven isn't a high int gain hero, so he's pretty susceptible to...
One thing, though, which we've got to point out is that they do not have a BKB penetrating Black Hole Cancel. And that is going to be a Sniper coming out for Royal as their 5th pick. So a Sniper on one team, a Ricky on the other. Things are starting to get fruity in this lower bracket.
What patch is this?
I don't know.
Has there been a new patch?
It's not our patch, that's for sure.
This is cool. It's nice to see different heroes, though. I mean, sometimes... I was complaining yesterday about seeing Raze versus OD mid all the time. And now we get Sniper versus OD, which is so much more interesting.
Sniper and Ricky. I still can't get it. So Sniper's going to be in the mid lane versus the OD, as you say. Starluck versus Emo. This is going to be
Dogfights Ricky?
Wow, yeah, 4 position Ricky. That's pretty exciting as well. I do like, we were talking yesterday saying that you need to enable dogfights. You need to put him on heroes he can make plays on. And you just put him on heroes which he can kind of be like more of an extra 3 than a 4. And that's exactly this kind of hero. Ricky is absolutely a hero which if he starts getting momentum, then he's really hard to slow down. And he is going to be a force throughout this map. And a terror. And also I think he's a pretty good hero versus Sniper as well. So that's kind of nice.
He is, but their lineup's pretty greedy overall. Like, all these heroes like to take up farm on the map. So they need to make sure they distribute it evenly. And I think JT is going to have to get a lot of work done this game in terms of like trying to make like pickoffs happen all over the map. Maybe if like dogfights can run into somebody in Viz and then try and pick them off with JT TPing in on the Nature's Prophet would be very nice. But I am worried that they don't have a huge amount of wave clear and Royal's lineup could just start pushing very early. I'm not sure their greedy lineup is the best at dealing with it on IG.
Alrighty then, let's get into it. Game number 1 in this best of 3 series between IG and Royal, and it is going to be an interesting match. I think it's going to be pretty close, honestly. I'm not really sure I can say anybody has the advantage. As you say, a little bit greedy coming out from Royal. Coming out from IG, but honestly, Royal are kind of also matching that greed, so I feel like we're going to be going late regardless.
Yeah, I mean, I doubted IG's 3 greedy cores in a game yesterday, and then they ended up just winning the game at like 55 minutes. They somehow just extended the game so long with just all their split pushing constantly. But all 3 cores eventually came online and were just doing huge amounts of damage. I think it was an offlane Mirana last time. And yeah, they've proved me wrong once. Why not again?
Dogfights just leveling up this invis nice and early on here. Even throwing down a sentry to block this pole camp as well, so knows exactly what he wants to be doing this game.
30 seconds.
Hello. just roaming around. No one has any idea. Vengeful does have a sentry, but I mean, they've got 2 stuns to work with. I don't think he's as safe as maybe he could be, but 2 heroes behind. Ollie could come in. Oops, Shackles comes out. Stun to follow up as well, though, to try and stop Ricky's damage coming out onto DDC. But they are doing a lot on the... Oh my god, they actually managed to take him out like that. But Wraith King, he's going to come and grab the runes. So, I mean, that's 75 damage on the Shadow Shaman and, you know, Ricky with that early point in Cloak and Dagger. It's a lot of damage coming out from these two. Just the right clicks alone are more than enough as
I mean, it's
fighting up with Sep here. It's
such a strong lane. If you ever put Wraith King with another +1 that can either stun or anything, like there's so much damage coming out between the two, like you say, and Royal are going to have to swap their lanes up here. Sven's walking down to the bot lane. Beastmaster's going to walk to the top lane here just because they really don't want to put this Sven up against the deadly duo.
No, it's too rough him, and he wants to be versus Prophet as well. Sven does very, very well versus Prophet in most situations, as long as he's got a support to help him out, especially if that support is a Vengeful Spirit. But it does look like the Enigma's going to be sticking around down here for the time being. Yeah,
look at how he's adapted his game as well, because Dogfights is assuming he's going to be in the jungle, so he's looking for him, and Sep's just playing in the Radiant jungle instead.
He's also done the old give your ring regen to another hero, so Flyby currently running around with his ring regen. The stun comes out in the top lane, some harass from Olia's hero as well, going to throw down those shackles as well. Still 7 seconds till Wraithfire Blast, they'll have to do it with their hands. They may well be able to do it, a couple more clicks, nope, backing themselves off as DDC comes around the back. The threat of the Venge is too much and they stop their aggression.
They're actually, this big camp hasn't been blocked on the top in the top lane as well, so I'm expecting either DDC or Flyby here to try and utilize that new, well, I say new, it's not too new now, where you pull it upwards, up towards the tower.
Yeah, it can just about reach if you cut through the trees correctly, and, well, they have the Beastmaster, but he's not going to let Laxus, so not really the case. Let's look at mid. Sniper versus OD. So far, the things are pretty equal here. It's Emo and Starluck, sorry, just battle it out. Starluck going for the entirely, well, I want to say passive, but Take Aim actually has an active now. It doubles your range for one hit, so that's neat.
Yeah, I mean, this lane's not too bad for OD at the start, but then as the levels come in, this Sniper is really going to start to pull ahead, you would expect, when he gets like the second point in headshot or so. It's really difficult for the OD to ever get on top of him until he picks up either the Blink or the Force stuff, which we'll probably see. Ooh, Dogfight's went to pick up a haste rune, but he got denied by the Enigma.
Bye-bye, being chased down once again in top lane, but they will not find this kill.
Yeah, this Shaman doesn't have any mana anymore, though, in the top lane, so Doodle does have a Mango that he can give him. So they do still have kill threat, but it's a little bit harder.
Wraith Kings are very possessive over their mangoes in my experience. That's like their life right there. They're ever out of mana and they need to reincarnate, then Mango is the safer
They're
day.
going to dive the tower here, possibly.
They're thinking about it, but they will calm themselves right down. Meanwhile, Enigma being chased down by Dogfights here. Will have to TP himself away. It does make it out. So Ricky just hunting this Enigma time and time again. The guy still managed to get 14 on 1 though, so Ricky not putting a ton of pressure onto him, just spreading himself a little bit more evenly across the map.
Yeah, Enigma's not really the most mobile of heroes, is he? So if this Ricky gets on top of him, he does basically just have to TP away. Otherwise he's going to be in serious trouble. And DDC bot lane as well. He's trying to make something happen on this Venge. He realizes he can't win this top lane for the Beastmaster, so just trying to come down to the bot lane instead.
How annoying is this though, as you say, trying to make something happen, trying to sneak up on the lane, maybe go for a kill, and then Ricky's just like, what up? Just starts attacking him, starts laying into him, and he's like, oh, okay, well here's me thinking I was being sneaky, but nope, chased off once again.
We saw JT play really well
mid, but will just stab himself up.
We did see JT play really well on this Nature's Prophet yesterday, so
yeah,
I'm wondering what kind of build he's going to go for, whether it's something similar or whether he wants to go for a different kind of build here. I think he went for like the Orchid Nullifier build yesterday, which was really cool to see. You don't really get to see a huge amount of nullifiers at the moment.
No, it's true. It's not a super popular item. Meanwhile, guess what Dogfight's doing? He's chasing down Enigma again.
Seb's just like, please leave me alone.
Yep. I just want to hit creeps, dude. I don't want to play with you.
Dogfight's courier? Oh. Almost.
He gets a hit off on it. You can blink strike to the courier, can't you?
Not sure. I haven't tested that in so long. When was the last time Ricky was viable?
That's true. There was a stage where we were seeing Ricky like every game. Good times.
Can he take the centaur creep?
Ooh, he just blink strikes in and takes it. Seb is so angry right now.
And the other thing is as well, like, they're winning all 3 lanes at the moment too. Maybe mid's like trading even, but
yeah, top is looking very convincing, and they're coming in once again. They've got the shackles, but I don't think they're really looking to chase this guy. They just want to get him off the farm, and from that one stun, they get him to half health. Flyby in a very rough position. And bottom lane as well, you know, this is just kind of Sven trying to farm up as best he can, trying to ignore the Prophet. We said that Sven is pretty good versus Prophet, but he's not good enough if he's on his own.
I mean, he's not that great in the laning stage. Like, he's okay because he's just got a decent amount. Well, he's on 5 armor, so he doesn't take a huge amount of damage from Nature's Prophet in the trees. But Nature's Prophet is so good in the laning stage.
Yeah, and you're never going to kill those creeps with even with a stun and great cleave. Like, it's still just the tree is too damn tanky.
There's looks to be a lot of heroes coming towards the mid lane here from either side.
It does, doesn't it? Everybody's kind of grouping up. Like, all right, let's go middle lane. Emo spots out Seb though, with Ollie coming around the side as well. He can't actually go for the shackle hit. He's got the Manifest on him, so he just kind of has to right click him. And now with the shrapnels coming through, but Dogfight's going onto the sniper here. Emo running forwards as well. They really want to go for Starluck here. The TP cancelled out by the Prophet as they turn back around and go for this Enigma. The right click's coming out. The assassinate onto Ollie, just going to get him a little bit lower, but he will pop this fortunate Injures rune here and run himself away. Thought Vinge was going in for the stun there, but decided not to bother. So it is just going to be Enigma dropping, and that is it.
Surprised the Nature's Prophet didn't TP in there to try and secure another kill, possibly on the sniper, but yeah, he was happy just farming away in the bot lane. He didn't have a TP score, which might have been the reason why. Couldn't easily get back to the lane again. There's a gank top lane.
Stun out onto Flyby. Ollie under tower, but does not want to use those shackles just yet. The TP coming in spooks him away. The TP is cancelled, but they're missing that gap close right now, so Flyby can just keep his distance and be perfectly safe.
Sep's like, thank God. This Ricky's just trying to gank top lane instead, so I get to farm the
jungle.
Woo! What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
He is only level 3 on the Enigma at the moment, though. 7 minutes in. Not too bad. Oh, he's just about to hit level 4. And the other good thing about this Ricky pick is as well, look at where he can put all his vision.
Yeah,
if you give these wards to the Ricky, and it's like Nature's Prophet support as well, where he just TPs in.
Oh, this Centaur is not yours, Flyby. It is not yours. You think it is, but it ain't.
Oh, he got it.
It's yours, Flyby. It's absolutely yours, buddy. Never doubt yourself.
There's a Shaman coming in.
Yeah, Ollie's coming in. The TP as well. Wrath of Nature, Hex, Shackles, everything. The whole kitchen sink thrown at Flyby, and he is not going to survive this one. I think Prophet took his kill on the creep with Wrath of Nature as well. So that's just the extra salt in the wound right now.
They might look to try and force this mid tower here as well with the Nature's Prophet trees.
I wouldn't be surprised. They feel so far ahead.
Structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Emo.
Damage coming out onto the Outworld Devourer could be troublesome. Does manage to avoid the assassinate damage with that Astral, but I think he's probably going down here. And yes,
I said, like in your pubs, this guy's spamming a voice chat like, guys, I need help, and you're you're fine, man, you're fine. You're just farming the bot wave or something.
Yeah.
What's Sven? So Sven, he's actually going Mask and Bandler. So the Sven we saw yesterday just rushed for the Echo Saber instead. But I think if you're more farming orientated than fighting, I think you always go for this Mask of Madness build.
Okay. Why not Battle Fury?
Battle Fury Sven, especially with a mag on your team. Oh, top lane.
Oh yeah, they're going on to his Beastmaster here in the smoke as well. He can't escape the silence, so he is probably going to drop here. However, they've already got the return kill onto Dogfight, just instantly being blown up by his double damage sniper, and now they get a second as well. So maybe IG extending a little bit too far here. Losing 2 heroes for that kill onto Flyby, probably not worth it.
They probably weren't expecting a DD sniper to TP him though, to be fair.
That is true.
So.
That is quite the surprise. Hello, Earth.
Bot lane as well. Dogfight is trying to scout out this Sven to see if they can set for something. Like the Shaman and Ricky are just playing together at the moment, just wandering around the map trying to find kills.
It's a Shaman Ricky combo, and then like the JT just TPs on top. Like, what up, guys?
Yeah, they've caught the Sven.
Oh, they do. They have the shackles. They've got the Hex available. Oh no, they used the Hex already, so he will be able to just run himself away. Okay, does make his way out of this one.
This Wraithing has to be a little bit careful up in the top lane, I feel. He doesn't have any vision up here to play with.
Good. He hanging. No biggie.
Smashes the sniper and walks away.
Yep.
Get out my jungle. Enigma about to hit that level 6 as well. He's managed to catch up pretty well considering he was sharing his XP with a Ricky for the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, I don't even know if that was long. If it was that long, to be honest. So Ricky was moving around a hell of a lot.
How many bounty runes are we going? It's going to be 2 apiece.
Middle tower is under attack.
What do you reckon this Wraithing builds this game? He's got Radiance queued up, but
Yeah. Oh, well, he might need to build himself an Aegis right now because he's King Gang pretty heavily. Although I don't think a second life would save him as it stands. He, oh, it's into the trees.
Dire's bottom
Guys?
there's no way.
Guys?
Dire's middle tower.
Hello?
Oh no,
he
he
comes
walked
out the trees! Oh no, Doodle, you could have made it out alive, but unfortunately, he gets assassinated down as
mid lane as well.
Oh dear. Dot's gonna go down on the Sven. And JT trying to get away with this, but he actually gets stunned up. I'm not sure what by there, but he's being chased down. He's gonna throw up the trees and block their path, trying to make his way out of this one. And in comes a Sanities! DDC takes a fall. Dogfight's chasing down Set. Meanwhile, they'll deal with S, and Dogfight's under the tower is going to be able to deal with this Enigma. It's going to be 4 kills in the middle lane for IG as JT does not die. In fact, he draws them into a perfect trap.
Yeah, Dogfight's just suicides the tower. Doesn't give any XP away, so it's not the end of the world. 150
Maybe
gold.
wait a little bit. Could wait a little bit longer, but then again, if someone TP'd into that, it just makes it more awkward.
Oh, why can't we do the quad Ring of Aquila build on Ricky anymore? That's why the hero's not viable. Ring of Aquila disappeared.
Oh yeah. Also, have you seen the IG's logo in their base? It kind of looks like it's been trodden on a lot and been like, you know, it's a well-used logo. I feel
They've overlaid
get
2
that
of them.
idea.
It feels like just onto one on top of the other.
no, it's just because it's like a dirty floor mat. I think it's effective. I like it.
This Ricky is level 6 now, by the way, so you've got to watch out for the tricks of the trade. Oh, he gets an Invis rune. Nice.
Oh. So everybody knows that as with double invis, you can't be spotted by anything. Like that, you have to use 2 dusts. You have to use 2 sentries if you want to see him. That's how double invis works in Dota.
2 gems, 1 for each eye.
Yeah.
So I really like that Odie's building this blink first as well, just to try and get on top of the sniper. It feels like...
I like the way we're just not correcting ourselves on that one. Just like, yeah, if you need to do it, you know what?
People are going to be, oh wow, thanks for the really informative cast, guys.
They're telling us so many things we didn't know. Like, the goddamn lie.
They still have these Serpent Wards for the top lane.
They do. They haven't popped them at all because they've got the treants, they've got the skeletons, they've got everything. And there's going to be an ultimate thrown into Dogfight's face. And he's like, well, that was rude.
I love that I talked about their lineup being really greedy and they're trying to push high ground. Well, they're not trying, but they're threatening high ground pushes at 13 minutes into the game.
200 damage
bot
onto
lane.
the tower. Oh dear, someone has been left behind and that someone is flyby, shackled up, taken down. He gets his toast buttered in the bottom lane.
It's basically his job to just shove in lanes constantly, though, to try and force rotations. So you kind of almost expect it on flyby, unfortunately. Maybe the Eidolons could do it, but they just die so quickly. I guess so did the Beastmaster. Poor guy.
I spilled some olive oil on my keyboard, so I'm trying to rub it in to get rid of it, because obviously I can't really go up and get a tissue. I'm just essentially giving my keyboard a massage in the middle of this cast. That's nice. I'm sure it appreciates me. Roshan is being taken meanwhile. There's snakes, there's skeletons, there's 3 heroes, and a dead Roshan, I would guess. Dogfight's doing a bit of scouting. I'm gonna throw down the sentry as well.
You know, the scary bit is for Royal that they've been trying to fight, and this Wraithing hasn't even had items this whole time. He's just picked up the relic.
Oh god.
So he's going to have this Radiance at a really good timing.
So this hero is quite nice, and they're going to give the Aegis over to the OD, in fact. Makes sense, you know? As much as we all like to see 3-life Wraith King, it's a little bit silly. I mean, that said, he hasn't even bothered leveling the ultimate. Dude doesn't want to come back to life.
I mean, there's... you kind of... I think when you get to like the level 11 mark, you take it, but most people just like to try and maximise their farm potential early on. If you are playing Wraithing or Abaddon or anything like that, though, and you want to level your ult, always hold the skill point instead. Because if you're dying in a really stupid position and you use your first reincarnation for like something where you would have died twice anyway, there's no point leveling it up. Just a waste of a 200-second cooldown.
200-second cooldown, yeah. Also interesting that he's only bought the Wraithfire Blast to level 3. Is he now maxing this, or is he's just leveled up? Let's see. Oh wait, it's level 10. Meanwhile, a fight breaking out at bottom as they're unleashing hell onto DDC here. Is he going to make it out of this one? He certainly is not. The Assassinate's thrown into emo space. He will pick up this bounty rune and back himself away. There's stun to follow up. Flyby wants to go in. Can't get off the Raw in time, though, as it is cancelled out by the Shadow Shaman. And they'll just back themselves away up onto this high ground, not looking to engage Royal any further as IG back themselves away.
Yeah, and again, Wraithing's not even there. He's just, farming away his Radiance, which is coming on the courier now. So, Dude was going to be looking to try and get involved in more fights now.
This aggression, though. Like, the fight ends, and immediately IG are like, no. Let's go back in.
They really want to play around the Serpent Wards, though, as their big cooldown. Serpent Wards and Sanities. So if these skills are both up, they can always look to make aggressive plays. They try and turn it into objectives afterwards as well with these Serpent Wards.
Radiant's now up on the Wraith King, going for the Blink next. Classic Wraith King build as of late. Sometimes we see the Midas beforehand, but more and more often we're just seeing people max Mortal Strike and use the Skeletons.
Yeah, I don't think you need the Midas and the Radiance, though. I think if you're going for the Radiance, you can easily skip the Midas. You can go for both, but it feels super greedy. Like, it delays your blink timing by so long, which is such a good item to have on this hero. And he is holding his skill point, by the way, for his ult, which I very much like. He's holding 2 skill points.
Gonna go for the double level up. Good guy. No, hasn't leveled up his talent, actually. I mean, I guess they're not super overwhelming. Like, 20 attack speed is like, yeah, it's alright. Plus, I do like the 1.5 second Wraithfire Blast is slow.
Yeah, it's okay in some situations, but he's kind of farming with the Radiance anyway, so although I think he'll probably take the attack speed, it's not a huge deal, like you say.
Real men go for the slow. For now, though.
Real men go for all the skeleton talents.
Yo, of course.
Dire's middle tower.
How many are there? There's
2, I think.
There's 2, yeah. Who needs Reincarnation mana cost when you can get 2 times the skeleton spawn?
I mean, he doesn't need it this game, the mana cost.
Yeah, that's true. There's nothing to drain his mana as of yet, and I don't think there ever will be.
Dogfight's working towards that Diffusal Blade on the Riki, as expected. See, pretty key item on that hero. Gives you good agi to work with and the slow to keep people in the smoke cloud. About halfway on it.
Switch comes out in the middle lane, but Emo does have to blast himself away pretty quickly. They're trying to go for the swap super aggressively here, but they will not be able to get it off.
Enigma has a mech now as well, so Royal are a little bit stronger in teamfights. It just feels like Sven and Sniper both need so much farm.
Blinking in, banishment out. The Vengeful Spirit could be in a bit of trouble right now. They've got the smoke cloud. Yep, they will throw it down. The Venge has made short work of here. As in goes the Rick onto the backlines. Sven going to use that ultimate and be able to finish off the OD. Ollie also taken down as well. And DDC also dropping his FZ, going on to Dogfights here on the sidelines. Dogfights just trying to dodge out some damage, but the Astral comes in. Sorry, the Sanities, and drops off Sep. So Royal getting back to their high ground here, backing themselves away. The onslaught from IG will continue, and they've got 8 skeletons to work with if they want to go for some bit of pushing here. Just get a bit of damage on that tower.
Yeah, nice force off by Emo to keep Dogfights alive there as well, pushing him up the hill. So after that Blinky built, has gone for the force as well.
That must have just been off cooldown as well. Only 3 seconds, because he used it just before when the Venge started chasing him.
I love that the Sven just runs into the fight like an absolute madman, because he doesn't have any kind of blink or anything yet, so
yeah.
Basically just has to wander in.
Yep, ultimate, stun, Mask of Madness, let's go. Gloves off. DDC could be in some trouble again as the Riki pops the ultimate on top of him here. He's trapped inside the Treants, and JT will look him down for that kill, and also Beastmaster caught on the sidelines as well. Royal leaking some kills right now as no one seems to be dying on the side of IG. Hero's getting low, but no one actually dropping all the way. Wraith King now with the 2 points from Reincarnation as well, not even scared about dying once. So
how has Dogfights just survived again, like twice in a row?
Yeah, like no HP. And it has to be a Riki, doesn't it? How tilted are you if you're Royal right now? I've been annoyed by this Riki all game, and now he just keeps on surviving your attempts to kill him.
It's just one of those heroes that's so annoying to play against as well, right? Like, DDC's just not going to have any items this game at all. Like, you see his net worth, the difference between him and the Shaman, just because he has to buy detection over and over again.
Yeah.
Well, mid lane.
Sven just running himself away. He's got plenty of health to work with.
He just stood still for a second there to try and bait them in a little bit further.
Yeah, like, come on, guys, come on.
All his team just waiting on the high ground.
Now this smoke up going to be instantly popped by Emo on this high ground right now as they run themselves up. They didn't send a bird in to scout before them, so...
Yeah, they scan though. They know.
Oh yeah, I think Emo saw him on the high ground. He saw the Beastmaster smoke pop, so Emo's very aware of what's going on here.
Royal are just like stuck in their base at the moment, it feels like. They've got this bot jungle now because they've just invaded in with a smoke, but they're falling further and further behind. Like, this Nature's Prophet's just splitting the map up, you know, farming wherever he likes. And he has just picked up the Orchid as well, so... JT, go for the same build as yesterday. Vlad's drums, and then into that Orchid. You can just get in... Oh.
Anything going on here? The Wrath of Nature bouncing around, getting to work. Wraith King dropping surprisingly low here, actually, just under all the kind of harass damage here. Assassinate nearly finished off Doodle, down to 200 HP, but he will just get himself out of here. And again, you know, IG, they're just not committed into any fights here. There's no initiation from Royal to make them actually have to force a fight. So IG just run themselves away the moment anybody gets low, and they'll heal up and go when they want to go.
He was just going to pop the creeps and possibly run into the shrine here as well. And obviously just heal up with that Vampiric Aura. Very nice.
I was meant to have
What? Do you reckon they are waiting for like the second Aegis or something here on Radiant to like
Not
force something?
super sure. JT looking for Seb. Will find him. Doesn't have to cancel, but OD does. Sliding in for the Astral to cancel off the TP, and now they can claim themselves an Enigma. That means no Black Hole, and I'm fairly sure... I was going to answer your question with the Black Hole is probably what they're afraid of right now. They're just making sure they can play around it. But now that that Enigma is dead, definitely becomes a possibility to breach high ground right now.
Feels like this sniper just didn't have a good enough start in comparison to what Royal wanted him to have. It's like he's falling so far behind this game.
Yeah, he really is.
He's got a 4-staff Maelstrom at 22 minutes. It's so like such slow farm. And if the sniper doesn't have a good start this game, as you see, and top lane they're going on the Sven, swapped out.
The swap out is going to save him, but no, it is not. The Sanity just does so much damage to that stupid Sven.
Dire's structures are fortified.
What a dumb hero.
What a dumb hero. 936 magical damage coming out onto him. Then I can't see his... He's got 35 in versus the OD's many.
They're TPing bot to try and catch this Beastmaster, but he's getting out.
Yeah,
like, at least Sniper's good at clearing the Serpent wards, right? So
yeah,
they put them down. They can.
That's true. He
chip
doesn't even
away.
have that much attack speed right now, though.
He's poor. He's very, very poor. If you like, look at his net worth in comparison to the other 3 cores on the Radiant side.
Yeah, this isn't a pretty sight. This net worth chart.
He's actually going Shivas on the OD as well. I thought he'd go Hex after going for the 2 maneuverability items, but
I will say it feels a little bit awkward for IG to breach high ground. They've managed to get a ton of kills now, and still haven't been able to get any buildings. But the Raw coming out onto the Ricky here, but JT joining in as well, going to cancel out any attempt from Enigma here as he's actually just dying. He's going to have to pop this mech, but if not enough, Wrath of Nature going to finish him off. Dogfight's on the run, Assassinate coming out onto him though, and it will be enough to finish him off. Actually, Flyby goes in for the right click, and now they'll swap out the Sven, trying to keep him safe, but the Vengeful will die for that as Doodle and Ollie go for the wraparound here. Doodle, is he done? He's done. He's done. He backs himself away. You could tell he was tempted to blink in there, but Emo was obviously screaming at him, I don't have health, do not go. We've all been in that situation.
Reincarnation hasn't been used this game, by the way. Well, I say used, like it hasn't been popped at all. Because the only time he's died was up in the top lane before he skilled it. So he's just chilling all game. He's like running into the fights and he's like, please kill me, guys. Like, please let me get value out of this ult.
Question, should all of Wraith King's summon be affected by Reincarnation now?
Sure.
Cool, moving on. Wouldn't that be super annoying though if like a centaur sprints at you and you kill it and then you don't get the gold and then it just comes back to life on full HP and you're like...
At what point is he going to be able to axe? That's what I want to know.
Oh yeah, that's shenanigans.
Axe refreshing. Jesus.
Yeah, doesn't it like make people stay alive after their death for 7 seconds?
Yes.
It's a weird one.
But you can use spells and things, so it's not awful.
So when Venge dies, does she get...
This Venge is in trouble again.
Yeah, Dogfights with the double damage actually dodges out the stun of the Sven, but
Dogfights needs a
no
blink
one's
target.
actually closing the gap here. Okay, Flyby jumps on top here. Does he have the sight though? And Emo comes in and says, jump to me, my friend. Get yourself away. And Dogfights will make a clean getaway somehow. Meanwhile, Doodle's just into the Roshan pit. JT's going to come and join him. They've got snakes, but they're not going to throw him down for Roche. They don't need to at this stage. They've got more than enough damage to tear through Roshan's defenses by themselves.
And JT and Doodle both hit so hard now. This Nature's Prophet with the Vladzor around him is hitting for like 300 damage almost.
Madness.
Oh, 250 actually at the moment. Yeah, I honestly thought Emo would build Hex just so they could get some initiation onto somebody. But I guess when you have the Wraithing already just blinking in and stunning somebody, it's not massively important.
2 lives on both your cores right now. That is
this
scary as they jump in. Oh, Venge. How many times is this going to happen? Caught on the back line, just way too close to the enemy team. Emo sliding up and finding that kill.
This Wraithing has an AC as well.
1 and 9 EDC. 1 and 9.
I mean, the thing is though, right, like, as a Venge, you really want somebody to play with to go make things happen on the map. But they fell so far behind at the start of this game. He has nobody to play with. They have no space to maneuver in.
Yeah, and to be honest, it's better that it's the Venge dying all the time than a core. You know, he is making the space for his team, but it does look very sad.
Have you seen the net worth chart as well? Like, it's just a constant rise throughout the whole game.
Oh, Emo jumping in, trying to go for the sniper here, dropping the camo even, but will not find this kill. Maybe a little bit questionable here as they jump in on the back line. The BKB from Sven is out, and they're going to throw down the black hole onto Emo. Try and keep him still cancelled out by Ollie, but the damage has been done. Flyby is dead, though. Doodle just going in on the back lines and getting to work.
He really wants to Sven.
Yeah, they're trying to chase him down here. Emo giving him back up as well. Stun's going to come out onto Emo, though, but actually Doodle goes for the sniper instead. The damage coming out onto the OD is not enough. Sniper runs himself away, but the Sven is dead under the tower. JT chased down Sep as well, and the GG is called. There's nothing left in the tank for Royal, and they're going to call it out on game number 1 here.
JT just leaves the game. It's like, guys, I'm just focusing on game 2.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? You're just in the zone. I think we talked to a pro player about this before, and he was like, yeah, I mean, you know, you're just in the zone. You just want to get to the next game as quickly as possible. It's not a bad manner thing. It's not any kind of statement anyone's trying to make. It's just like, you know, I played well. Let's go next. You know, I just want to get into the next game as soon as possible.
I feel like I curse Royal, by the way, because I watch them sometimes when I'm not casting and they play really well. But whenever I cast them, they never seem to win a game.
Oh, that's a shame. All
I'm
right,
really
well, I'm
sorry,
going to kick
Royal.
you for the next game, so we have a nice close game too. So we'll find someone else to come and cast me for the next one. Yeah, I mean, not much to say on the post game from that. 26-7, a pretty convincing scoreline, and it certainly felt like that. The sniper pick not working out, and the Ricky pick doing magic for IG. So might see a repeat, probably see something else from them. I don't really know. I'm excited for game number 2 and what IG can put out the bag, and whether Royal can pull back game number 2 and bring us to a 3-game series. My name is Nomad, he's my Farah, and we'll be back very shortly.
Think he can't shine through the dark? Stream a Roshan Steel in high resolution? And record a play for the history books? Watch this. Think he can't make a victory go viral? Watch this. Think a support can't be in the spotlight? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, a legend can rewrite his own legacy. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Remember where it started. Your first experiences. The journey you traveled. The journey you love. Remember where it started. And imagine where it will go. Rise on.
No matter what your passion is, soccer, rugby, racing, or esports, become a part of the experience with the moments we deliver.
This is Game Fuel. 16 ounces of pure annihilation. Tastes like berry-flavored wind sauce.
New Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Think he can't shine through the dark? Stream a Roshan Steel in high resolution? And record a play for the history books? Watch this. Think he can't make a victory go viral? Watch this. Think a support can't be in the spotlight? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, a legend can rewrite his own legacy. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Remember where it started. Your first experiences. Remember where you came from. The journey you traveled. The journey you love. Remember where it started. And imagine where it will go. Rise on.
No matter what your passion is, soccer, rugby, racing, or esports, become a part of the experience with the moments we deliver.
You're not weak. Your mind is always racing. It never rests. So let the earth quake as you break through.
This is game fuel. It's domination in a can.
Tastes like loser tears.
New Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Tally ho, good day, chaps, and welcome to the ESL One Birmingham 2019 closed qualifiers, where we have the China region being played out. My name is Nomad, and joining me is my good chum Mo Farah, as we are here for a spiffing match between Royal and Invictus Gaming.
Oh, hello.
Hello, indeed, indeed. So, we have a draft going on right now. Some heroes have been picked and banned as they normally are. And we have this splendid chap, Darkseer, being picked up by Invictus Gaming. And Royal, I'm going to respond with the Pangolier, who's a bit uncouth, and of course the Disruptor.
I feel like I can never do it as well as that. I'll
just do all my cards like that from now on. So, like, get a persona and everything.
I'd put you to shame by trying to copy that. It would be awful.
Oh, thanks. I'm blushing.
I'm expecting the Knicks here from IG though. I was saying to you just before we started that I was surprised nothing got banned out from last game, and already we just see completely different picks. So they were happy with their bans. I think Royal just want to go in a little bit of a different direction with their draft. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good when you get kind of steamrolled like that. You as a drafter, you just want to take things in a different direction. You just want to try something new. But as predicted, there's an assassin coming out for the Darkseer.
The thing is, like, I was wondering whether they might pick Earth Spirit instead there just at the end, but they're so confident on this Nyx. Like, they've been playing it quite a lot. I think a lot of teams have been picking this Darkseer Nyx combo. It's obviously not only good for the laning stage, but when you get into the mid to the late game and you can do the Vac into Impale combo, if you ever pull it off, it's so devastating. All it takes is one good fight where you get it off, and all of a sudden, the other team are in trouble.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically like a discount Ravage on short cooldown in some situations, but of course, much smaller range and all that stuff. But I mean, if you get the heroes in it, it doesn't matter.
I like this Disruptor pickup by Royal though as well. I feel like it's one of the best heroes at dealing with Darkseer in the laning stage. Like, it doesn't harass him very well. Obviously, you have Thunderstrike, but having the glimpse available after he surged away is such a nice way to catch him. And I'm wondering if they're going to be wanting to play this Pango as like a 4, where we've been seeing a lot of the Chinese teams play it at the moment, or possibly lose a core instead.
Yeah, I'm kind of prefer it as a core personally. But, you know, it can also be really effective as a 4. You know, he's got strong spells. His damage doesn't scale very well, which is one of the problems with Pangolier we see a lot. The Swashbuckle, it scales well with items, you know, Maelstrom, Basher, Diffuse, all these items work really well, but the actual damage is not based on his right click, it's its own entity, so it'll never go above too much damage, so that's where Pangolier's weaknesses lie. It
felt like before he got nerfed though, he could kind of just take over games by himself because of how ridiculous Lucky Shot was.
Yeah, true.
But I think after the nerfs, people have realised it's more about the utility, and like the Rolling Thunder and team fights, so you can always just do that as a position 4. And we've seen this combination a lot from Chinese teams over the last few days, this Pango Disruptor, where teams like to play around this big team fight. You know, you have the Rolling Thunder with the Static Storm as well. But it is a little bit weak as a support combo before they hit their level 6s. Like, the lanes are a little bit susceptible to being taken over. So IG might look to punish on that.
We'll see what they can pull out the bag. You know, probably feeling pretty confident after their last win. It was fairly convincing. Royal did not look good, so hopefully they can have a better performance this time around.
I'm hoping Royal win a game that I cast. Finally. This is all I've been waiting for. So they need to pick probably something that lanes okay against the Darkseer here. You see the 2 bans coming out from IG in the second phase, the Lifestealer and the AM, would have both been good examples of heroes that could deal with the Darkseer in the laning stage. Trying to think of what else might be okay. Like Lone Drew is the one I always look at, but it got banned first phase. Weaver's okay. I think Morphling's a decent one too.
Yeah, a little bit early on possibly for a Morphling pick, but you know, he's one of these heroes which isn't really counterable as such. Doesn't like heroes which build Spirit Vessel, and he doesn't like heroes with a lot of lockdown, which can maybe unburst as well, which can, you know, just kind of stun him up and kill him off before he can ever get that the strength shift coming in.
He has a decent morph target in the Nyx Assassin though already, so that's always nice to have.
You get out of jail free card sometimes with a Spike Carapace. Buy you enough time for the waveform.
I wonder now they see this more of how they want to take the draft, because you imagine they're going to pick their position 5 next, right? I think Nature's Prophet's still in the pool, which could be an option for them. Like we talked about, just dominating the laning stage because the Royals greedy opening 3 or 2 before, and I feel like the Nature's Prophet does that really well. JT played it in the offlane last time, and I feel like they utilised the hero super well with like dogfights just running around as Ricky and Nature's Prophet TPing in and picking people off.
Yeah, the global kind of strike presence is terrifying to play against.
Yeah. They could pick up something like a Jakiro as well, just for a little bit of wave clear. Always nice. Or we saw the Keeper of the Light yesterday from Keen. Ooh, interesting.
This is a hero we haven't seen a lot of recently, but the Elder Titan comes out for IG.
Yeah, this is different. This is cool to see. But obviously the ETR is super good against Morphling.
Yeah.
Just reducing his armor down to nothing. I think it's a lane winner as well, actually. So it's not too bad.
It could be. If Elder Titan puts down the Remnant on top of oh sorry, it's not a Remnant, it's a what's this one called? Astral Spirit. On top of the Morphling, and with that aura, Nyx Assassin goes for a Vendetta hit on a fully agile Morphling.
Well,
probably gonna kill him, right?
If you use the Spirit, the aura only works for the magic resistance on the Spirit. The physical damage capability comes from the hero itself, so you have to be standing next to them for it to work.
Neat.
And unfortunately,
that makes sense because the Astral Spirit is obviously a magical aspect of Elder Titan, and then the physical aspect of him. Okay, I'm into it.
Oh god, not lore stuff. I'm not very good with that. This Drow is a cool pick. I really like this Drow pick. If this is Enigma core, he's not really going to pressure the Drow in the laning stage. And then this Gust is going to be so useful this game up against the Morphling.
Oh yeah.
Like it forces him to build a BKB, because normally, or at least a Manta. But I feel like you really need the BKB on the game in this game at some point on the Morph. So especially against the Nyx Assassin and the Drow Ranger. And they could just look for some really early tempo push here. Like if Darkseid takes over the laning stage, which like he should, and then Drow, just starts mowing down your towers, Royal are going to get shut out of the map, maybe even quicker than last game. It's okay for IG so far.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I kind of like what they're putting down. I feel like the Drow Ranger could suffer a little bit. They've got so much jump with the Pangolier and the Morphling that this could be a tricky game, but clearly IG feeling confident in this one.
They do, but they don't really have like a huge amount of catch, if that makes sense. Like they don't rotate well around the map at the start of the game. So this Drow should have pretty much a free time in the laning stage at least.
Oh, and there's Mirana coming out as well. The ranged core we were expecting to be paired up with this Drow Ranger. You know, always a chance of landing an arrow on an Agi morph, and that is just kind of oof right there. But I think it's much more for the leap. I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about this pick. I'm not sure why they've picked it either. It doesn't feel like it's fantastic versus the Disruptor because obviously she can't jump over his kinetic field. Can't get away from glimpse or anything like that.
The way you have to look at it is that it's a really mobile hero that plays the map really quickly and like comes online early. So like his nuke damage is really heavy early on, like with the Starfall, with the arrow.
No, that's not why they picked it. She picked it because she's got the super expensive mount. And
oh
she's
yeah, that's true. Just flex. I mean, they're one game up, but they're allowed to.
Yeah, yeah. Emo's just like, hey guys, check out this cat.
I like this tiny pick a lot though. They needed. This is what I was saying. They need somebody that plays the map really early at the start and can just come around and try and find pickoffs, especially on these two squishy cores in the Drow and the Mirana. So yeah, I don't mind this too much. Mid tiny should destroy mid Mirana as well. You would assume, especially for the first few waves.
Yeah, I don't think Mirana has that damage to really contest tiny there.
It'd be interesting to see how Emo plays that lane. I mean, he obviously
sure.
can arrow neutral creeps as well if he wants to just catch up on farm, so not the end of the world.
There's going to be Doodle in this safe lane on the Drow, Emo on the Mirana at mid, and JT on the Darksteer in the off lane. Meanwhile, Royal, they're going for the tiny mid, and Morphling on the safe lane, and Flyby on the Pangolier. And Sepp once again on the Enigma, so... I mean... Again, you know, it's one of these Enigma games where you're going to need a Blink, you're going to need a BKB, otherwise you're not going to be landing black holes. There's too many cancels.
At all.
Unless it's a 5-man, of course, which is, you know, kind of a possibility. Do we want to see him going for these auras this time around in Sepp, or do we want to actually see him trying to itemize a bit more towards landing these black holes?
Good question. I mean, if he doesn't get a BKB this game, he's not going to get a black hole off, right? Because he's playing against Nyx, who just runs in with Spike Carapace and cancels it.
Yeah. Or Drow with the long-range Guts.
Yes.
Arrow. And even the Earthsplitter can pierce through BKB, but I mean, that's a long spell to use.
I mean, I think they really need a Crimson Guard to be able to deal with this Drow and Mirana.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I wouldn't mind the Aura build too much. It depends what the Pango wants to build, though, as well. Look what Flyby's doing on Pango in the mid lane as well. Just flexing. Going to check for wards as well, by the looks of it.
Can you do that on the dire side?
You can if you
oh
can
yeah,
check
it's if you go here, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. Why is this? Are they tri-laning? What are they doing?
Hanging out as 4 right now. I think they're just looking for some blood here because they can easily get a kill if anybody shows up here. But Royal have read this. They know what's up. They're sticking away.
Oh no, I meant the Radiant.
Oh.
Because there's a Disruptor and a Pango both top at the moment. I assume that the Disruptor's TPing bot.
Yeah, no, the Disruptor won't stick around here. No way.
I think this Morphling's just deciding whether he wants to go top or bot at the moment. Might just wait to see the lanes. Oh, okay, so they're going to put the Morphling up against the Drow in the lane because the Drow can't really pressure the Morph either. It looks like the Enigma's going to walk bot, possibly.
Yeah, DDC trying to get some scouting done and see who's here, but IG, they're very aware they need to hide their lanes right now, so DDC will finally make eyes with Doodle here and know what the lane setup's going to be. They're going to adjust in any way? Doesn't look like it.
They're just going to... This bot lane as well, though. They're just going to destroy it with Iron Shell.
Yeah. The Astral comes in. Lightning as well, but I mean, it's not enough to stop them just tearing apart these creeps. And oh no, we got no creep wave, but there's full Agi in there. Actually, going deep onto DDC. The level 1 tower dive. Impale is out, surrounded by heroes right now with the Iron Shell ticking through him as well. DDC is gonna die. That was so aggressive from IG.
Yeah, but Morph got to farm the whole first wave, so he's like, thanks, Disruptor man. That was really nice of you.
Got every single one. What a guy.
This Mirana's actually doing pretty well mid as well, which I'm surprised about.
Yeah, 4-1 start things off. Tiny only 2-1 as it stands, but still has a lot of creeps alive.
Is this guy standing for Royal? I thought Sakata was their mid laner.
Yeah, no, this was standing.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, not playing with their full strength.
Tiny's missing a lot of last hit smear. That's so unfortunate for
He
him.
is a little bit. Meanwhile, they actually dive and get a kill at bottom. JT will go down in response, but that's going to be a kill on the Morphling, which is fairly important.
Disruptor managed to come in and get the XP as well, which was really nice from the Darkseer def. So.
Yep, finds his level 2 nice and quickly.
I feel like the XP on this hero is so important. Like, if you can get to the static storm max levels of Glimpse really early, it really helps your pick off potential. But, oh, you see Enigma's fighting the ET.
Yeah, well, they come in for a bit of rotation up here, trying to see the Enigma jungling away, but won't be able to really interrupt him in any way, shape, or form. He's just guarding this high ground. He's like, come on, come up to me.
It is nice to see people play Pango Core again, though, after we've seen so much position 4 of it. Yeah. The hero can be utilised really well if you're a very good Pango player. This Mirana is drawing even with the Tiny mid lane, and I'm...
Oh no, look at this Morphling. He's just taking
dear.
so much damage. He has to realise, okay, he's now Morph Strength. Dogwise went for the stun a little bit sooner.
It's only 1 point in Morph.
Yeah,
though.
this is slow. This is slow. It's not enough. He's gotten down with the level 2 on Dogfights. God takes the fall again, and there's 20 seconds to his TP's up, so that's going to be the walk of shame for him.
Dogfights is a serial tipper, by the way, as well. He's
very rude. And they're going to go for the haste in. Disruptor's now level 3 somehow out of all of this, so he does have the glimpse available. Now he uses that static storm as well. Sorry, the kinetic field to keep them off.
Look at this courage just walk in as well.
What up, guys?
Radiant's
Have a
bottom
soul
tower is under attack.
Thanks, Shagbuck.
I mean, this Darkseer's got 20 CS at the moment. He's destroying this bot lane, and we've seen Darkseers recently just take over games completely by themselves. Like,
Yep.
You take the bot tier 1 really early with the catapult wave, and then all of a sudden, you know, he's on top of you, like just taking over your jungle.
And combo with the next assassin as well, and yeah, the kill threat is very scary. He's going to be going for the boots, then into the on the Dominator. Be very surprised if he went for anything different. So nice CS there from DDC as he steals one of the ghosts, and meanwhile Royal just left to Morphling left to farm under the tower, uninterrupted.
The good thing for the Radiant side is that this Enigma's getting pretty much like almost free farm, it feels like, now in the Radiant jungle, which is nice for him.
Yeah, has he put his Ring of Health on the Pangolier? Oh, of course he has. Of course he has.
Do you mean your Ring of Regen?
Ring of Regen? I'm sorry, Ring of Health is the expensive one.
4-minute rune spawns. Obviously, Tiny with the bottle really wants to be able to have that rune spawn available to him, but unfortunately for him,
dodges out an avalanche nicely in the middle lane, by the way. It's pretty sweet. Bouncing around the place.
Oh, that was really nice. Did you see that? Dogfights threw out an
Yeah.
impale to stop DDC bottling up the Tiny.
Oh,
So,
I
like,
wondering why I stunned him there.
He filled the bottle up still, but didn't get the extra heal off. So,
Well, if he'd managed to stun him before the ball came across, then that would have been... Oh, actually, we've been after he forgot stunned, so there we go. Yeah,
That's
did
just-
stop the heal, though.
he's up to 40 CS now on the Darkseer with this range creep. He's doing very well, and like even up in this top lane, Doodle's getting free farm on this Drow as well. So, although the game feels pretty passive at the moment, it's going to hit this point where Drow gets to level 6, like you said, Darkseer gets Helm of the Dom, and all of a sudden it feels like they can flick a switch on IG.
Yep.
And they will be going crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, nighttime strikes, the runes are out, and JT's
Oh,
gonna
Ollie
take
on ET.
Ooh, Ollie solo, the Malefice, is it enough? Yes, it is. The Eidolons find the kill. And Flybatch is like, oh, bounty rune, neat. It's going straight in my bottle.
At least they get one of the bounty runes on the Radiant side. Darkseer's yet to pick up one on the bot, so...
Yeah, it's letting it age like a fine wine.
Worth more gold then. Value.
Exactly.
This Mirana with the attack speed from Drow, by the way, is absolutely demolishing this Tiny now. Like, whenever she gets the chance, she's just throwing out value right clicks just to chip away at him.
Attack speed, 36 extra attack speed. And just dodging out the toss damage there as well, so Tiny feeling a little bit impotent in this middle lane. It's not what you want when you pick a Tiny either. Like, you pick this hero because he wins lanes, and he's not doing that right now.
No, not at all, especially when it's the 10th pick of the overall draft as well, right?
Yep.
Like, you expect him to be at least trying to win this lane, but with the Drow aura coming through it, it's very difficult.
Darkseer is so farmed. Look at this guy. 6 minutes in, he's sitting with a soul ring, ring of health, headdress, raindrops, 2 stout shields, very close
There's a
to
haste
that,
rune on the Darkseer as well. He wasn't even Surge.
Not even searched.
At least this Morphling is getting decent farm as well in the bot lane. Like he's okay.
Yeah, he is actually doing well. Been left under the tower for quite a while. Just popping the infused raindrops when he can.
Yeah, and he has this Morbid Mask as well, so that's decent sustain for the lane. And can always just go back to the jungle eventually if he needs. I just worry for him that like Dogfight is probably going to rush a Spirit Vessel on this Nyx. Yeah, he's going for Urn already, so he knows he needs that up against the Morph, and then he's going to really struggle.
Alright, so we're 6 minutes into this game. It's a bit of an advantage for IG, but it feels like it's going to really get worse if they can't make some action happen around this map or something. I don't really know what they do, though. I mean, that's the thing with this Enigma, right? Like, yeah, he's a great hero at winning lanes for you because he can just kind of assassinate creep waves, but what does he do to really... Like, if you've lost the laning phase, what does he do to really bring the game back in your favor other than push?
Well, he just builds the Helm of the Dom and just starts running down towers like this. It is very strong. Like you can't really defend this as well if you're the Dire side. They're bringing up the Mirana to try, but with the stomp set up on the ET,
just about misses, so they won't get the arrow combo.
Can he arrow the Helm of the Dom creep for the goal?
Yeah, just
might just be able to click it down. Yeah,
into the trees it goes. Arrow being used. It's going to get blocked by the Eidolons. Ollie finds it though, and they actually get vision from that. Nemo gets the 200 gold.
Tried to deny it with the Eidolons, but they didn't do enough damage.
Yeah, oh, that's really sad. A nice play, but unfortunately not enough. Morphling being run down a little bit here in the bottom lane. Morphing Agi. Playing around.
He's fine. There's not a huge amount of kill threat unless they hit an Impale out of fog. Feels like. But yeah, with the Centaur coming through now as well, actually, it's
well, it's a lot of damage, and he's got that strength going right now as the Centaur Stomp comes in to keep him locked down for a very long time. Now, with S coming in, though, trying to look for the kill into JT, but won't be able to close the distance, and Flyby's here as well. Now, smash through these trees and look for Dogfights right here with the tree coming in. This should be a dead Nyx Assassin stun. Only catches one, and the toss forwards, and there's the kill. Actually goes where DDC somehow.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, they've rotated 4 heroes on the Radiant for that, and they got a kill on the support Nyx. Like, it's not game changing.
It's not Value Town, is it?
Not at all, no. This Enigma as well is about to hit level 6, so when that comes out, might look to see a smoke from Royal, try and get a black hole kill nice and early on.
Yes, I'd like to see them play around this black hole a lot more this time around, because last game they didn't. Like, it was hard to because there were so many cancels, but this game it's kind of the same thing, but at the same time, I don't know, I just want to see them trying to play around these big spells.
And I like that Drow started to move down towards the bot side of the map, towards where the Ancients are as well. Obviously, when you have that the marksmanship up to 1-hit creeps, always want to be playing around the Ancients. And I think you want to play him down here as well, not just for that, but also if he gets a gust off onto the Morph before the he starts changing to strength, it's pretty much a free kill with the Darkseid just running in as well. Oh, ET up in top lane. Oh yeah, he gets combo down.
Alright, Tiny finding a successful rotation. It might only be onto the 5 position, but still, a kill is a kill, and this Tiny needs him.
Yeah, he definitely does. He's got the treads and the blink queued up. I'm hoping he goes for this blink first to try and make things happen on the map, because I feel like they're just going to fall further and further behind. That guy just died to a Centaur with an Iron Shell on it. Just running at him.
Yep.
Like, what does he do?
It's a rough old game. It is a rough old game. But yeah, I think this Tiny's just got this power treads in his inventory, because if you are about to die, it's going to slow down your blink timing too much, so you just want to quick buy the power treads.
That's true.
Just before you die.
They can get this top tier 1 as well. That would help them with the gold.
Flyby being chased down. The Centaur stuns, and the arrow connects as well. Pangolier is going to get dropped as Emo finds another one in this middle lane. It is the death lane.
This Dark Series. We said it in the draft. You have the capability to take over the game, and he's definitely doing that at the moment. Like, he's just finding all these pickoffs. Just Mirana with Dom.
Oh, he's doing so much damage.
Look at this bot lane as well. They're going to gust with the Impale.
Oh no, Morphling never got the strength. Morph didn't have the chance, but he's actually stayed alive throughout this entire thing. Well, he able to morph himself away, so just about having enough armor to get through that onslaught there. I didn't really see many procs from the Drow, so maybe that was part of the reason he was able to survive there.
I don't know if you saw what the Morphling did there as well. He actually walked towards the Drow Ranger to cancel their marksmanship.
Oh, right, yes.
To stop her from getting the extra agi.
Well, stops the procs as well, doesn't it?
Oh, sorry, stop. Yeah, stop. Not
Are fortified.
thinking of the old one.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's the, yeah, so no proc means the armor's not going to be broken, therefore his agi is going to easily keep him alive in that situation.
Dire's
Really
top
well done.
tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, in the top lane,
Structures
Sep,
are
he's not even using the Helmet Dominator. He's just using his aura. He's got the catapult creep, and he's forcing a lot of rotations to come in here. Emo, gonna go up onto the high ground, look for something here. The
Dogfights
Impale
missed the stun.
misses, yeah. A rare miss from Dogfights. Arrow sailing through the stomp, followed up with an arrow as well, but Emo, a little bit scared to go into this black hole right now as the silence comes through onto 3. Dogfights making his way in. He wants to get the Impale. Doesn't have the mana for it though. As Flyby comes in, there's a black hole coming out. It's just onto the Drow Ranger, but they'll be more than happy with that as they throw both the Static Storm and the black hole onto the Drow and get the kill. Flyby looking for an extra one here. Can't quite find it. Now Emo's going to lay into him a little bit, but he's got plenty of health to work with.
Dire's top tower
Yeah, he's
is
fine.
under
I'm
attack.
surprised that Darkseer. Oh, Darkseer's TP's on cooldown. That's why. But I thought if the Darkseer had come top there, they might have been able to go
Radiant's
crazy
bottom
and take the
tower is
fight.
under attack.
The big problem for IG in this game so far is that they don't really have a way of cancelling Rolling Thunder.
Yeah.
So when Flyby just runs into these fights and into the engagements, he's basically free reign to do whatever he wants with the ult. So they basically just have to kite him around and wait for it to run out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's really
In a
important.
well-timed split Earth will move him, but it's not going to cancel anything.
Yeah, it's not really feasible either. Like
No, it's not a fact. Oh, no, I'm waiting for the absolutely amazing play when he's running someone down, just about to get the kill, and the splitter moves him to the side and stops him getting it. One day.
It'll happen.
It will.
Panga's got the Javelin and the Arcane Boots as well now, so going to be working towards those Greaves as we usually see. Going to be really nice to have up against the Drow.
That means that... Oh god, Enigma's got Greaves queued up as well. Guys. Talk to each other, guys.
Yeah, he's got Blink. He just changed. He's got Blink now.
Phew.
I would
That's
still really
what
like
I
to
was
see
looking
him.
for. Sep going for the big boy plays. He's done with these auras. He's looking to get this Blink Dagger and get in. Blink Dagger, BKB, let's go. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Emo finds a solo kill onto the Morphling. My goodness.
Did they have any vision? Yeah, that ward just allowed for the arrow. He must have hit
Huge
him.
arrow.
Must have hit him while he was farming the
missed
small
that?
camp.
T-tours me, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
There's no way you don't T-tours that.
I was gonna say I'd really like to see this Enigma build a Crimson Guard still though. But obviously the Blink BKB.
No.
Dire's
Always
top
nice.
tower
Stop
is
trying to make
under
my game boring, Mo. You're the part of the problem as they initiate here. Oh, stun onto 2 with the vacuum, with the stomp. Arrow kind of sail through, but actually gets absorbed by the Pangolier. Sep's going to pop down the midnight pulse with the Esper is going to say goodbye to Sep. And now, well, with the Static Storm is doing a bit, but I mean, Emo's just on the sidelines getting so much damage off. And there's a Gus coming in as well. Finishes off Flyby stun, doesn't land onto DDC.
Arrow,
DDC
arrow.
on the run. He's going to go for the arrow, but DDC sniffs it out, turns himself around, and will dodge nicely. They're looking in the trees trying to find if anybody else is here, but there is not.
The
Wow.
Earth Splitter did hit the Rolling Thunder that time, by the way. I don't know if you saw. It didn't really do anything. But
Well, yeah, it certainly did.
But
hit him.
the
at
Rolling
least.
Thunder also tanked the first arrow from the Marana.
Yes, yeah,
So,
yeah. They completely absorbed it. Just like, this is mine now. A new effectiveness of Pangoliers. We've never seen them before. An arrow sponge.
We don't really see Marana picked up a huge amount though. Only against Razors and things. I know Sumail was playing it quite a lot for EG at the major before.
Yeah, Noir kept playing it.
Yeah.
Not
I mean,
really.
you are plays Marana every single possible chance, I think.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he very much enjoys that hero.
It's his waifu.
Look at Doodle just sitting on the bounty room with Shadow Amulet. Oh dear, what
Oh,
a
it's
bait.
a trap, Pangolier! No!
He's
He
look at him
fell for
running.
it. Hook, line, and sinker, trying to get close to Doodle, but it's not going to be enough to keep him alive.
I really like that though. You see, they're not buckling under pressure. Like he's trying to run towards the Drow to keep himself alive.
Yeah.
Like he's thinking about what he's doing instead of just panicking.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, that it's very rare we get to see a Shadow Amulet play. That was juicy.
And now he has to do it with all 5 of them, and they all just appear out of the shadows together. I'd like to see them try and play around this Drow now more though. Just start getting towers, like especially with the Shadow Blade being up.
Oh, wall. Sep's like, wait, what? Oh god, oh god. And it's JT's on top of him here. Although JT kind of running in a weird direction here, not keeping Iron Shell on him, but Emos and Doodle are just here, so Sep does not last long.
I think they just
that
wanted to kill
wall.
off they killed off the Helm and Dom creep first for the extra 200 gold. So.
He's just walking this way and he's like, oh god, there's a wall. I'm going to go back the other way. Oh god. Do you just tank the wall? I don't know what you do there.
Dogfights.
Ooh, in some trouble perhaps. 3 heroes up on the high ground. In comes this Rolling Thunder as well. Actually knocks him out of the kinetic field. Not that really matters too much, but the damage coming out. Swashbuckle as well. They get the kill, but now Doodle starts to unleash. Flyby doesn't know what to do with himself. He doesn't have Swashbuckle for another 2 seconds. If a proc comes through, he could be dead. The silence is out as well, and JT comes in and punches him in the face.
Look at DDC.
Oh god, the creeps, the onslaught, the Hadouken finishes the job, and now they're looking towards the backline as well. As Royal's coming in, they're going to move in this Morphling. He's going to actually have to pop this Ghost Scepter and just trying to TP himself away. Do they have a stun? They have the vacuum available. Oh no, the Morphling, he came in to fight, but is only going to die. JT gets a triple kill. This Darkseer is kicking off. And I mean, this draft is just working wonders for IG right now.
Yeah, they're playing really well. And I don't know why I sound surprised, because they played so well yesterday as well. And they know exactly what they want to do. They know exactly how they want to take these fights. So it's looking good for IG.
It really is.
I mean, problem is, like, they use this Rolling Thunder to kill the Nyx, who doesn't really care. He's like, okay, well, I'll tank the smoke. And then he just turned, like, they just mow through them. I love how the Gust hit mid-animation of the Swashbuckle as well from the Pango. So he almost got out. All of a sudden the Gust hits and it completely cancels it. Very sad.
So close.
They really need, like, some kind of physical damage reduction on this Radiant side. This is why I thought the Crimson might be such a good pickup, but...
Smoke revealed. They're going to see Doodle here. This is a huge pickup in the blink. The Avalanche, the toss. I think Doodle is just going to go down here. He's just laying. Look at this guy.
On a cold
doesn't even try and get away. He's just like, well, if I'm going to go down, then I'm going to half health you in the process.
Could have killed DDC maybe if he hit him, but
Chad
went for the tiny instead. What's this Darkseer building? Oh, he's got pipe. So, I mean, it's a really good pipe game. Look at all the magic damage on the Radiant side, and then he's going to go for the Greaves as well. Oh, Pango. Bot lane. Just has to use it to escape. And that's a big item on the Mirana. She has finished...
Maelstrom?
No, she's finished a really early BKB. It's coming out in the courier now.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure she doesn't just have a Maelstrom at 15 minutes. So. Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, she's top of net worth. Like, Emo's playing super well on this Mirana.
Yep. Uh-oh. That's an easy arrow. That's an easy impale. And that's an easy kill. DDC. Caught with his pants down.
I mean, it's fine, though. As long as they're keeping the Morph alive, it's okay. But you see, with the Rolling Thunder being down from the Pango, from the bot lane, and the Disruptor being dead, they can just waltz into the Roche pit.
The Eidolon's going to spot things out here, so they know exactly what's going on. And Doodle isn't super healthy. Where's this Blink Dagger? It's not here on Enigma yet, and he's actually had to TP himself out as well, just from the damage he's taking. Yeah, this Roche is just going down.
If they had the Rolling Thunder up, they probably would have contested, but without it, you know, it's so difficult for them to get into the Roche pit.
Yeah, they need this Blink on the Enigma. He actually just picked it up. That is such unfortunate timing.
DDC's just TP'd to the shrine.
Yeah, DDC is just being ripped apart. He is actually going to get away this time, it seems like. He pops down, the Observer knows the Centaur. He's searching. The Centaur's going to fight DDC, and the right click from Doodle is just going to finish the job. And now Flyby as well could also be in some trouble with Silence. Oh, nice job just to shield crash away from that one. That ain't landing.
Tiny got the blink off just before the Iron Show damage came through as well. They are dancing nicely on Royal, and they're making space for the Morph as well, which is nice. He almost has that E-Blade. Just about to hit the gold for it. They might be able to blow up some of these squishy cores. Like the... I say squishy, Drow's just sitting at 1,800 HP. Like, who are you blowing up on this team, actually? Like, none of them die.
That's Dragonlance and 3 Wraith Bands really tanking up the Drow. I mean, the Mirana's squishy, but she's got an Aegis and a BKB, so... Yeah.
Is she even that squishy, though? Like, I don't think Morph kills her.
No, with the 12 armor and the 1,600 HP, yeah? Yeah, I think with the Ethereal Blade, Morph can do it.
I think just... Okay, so this Drow's Hurricane back. I think when she gets BKB, the game should take a big turn towards IG at that point, where they can just take fights wherever they want on the map. So at least Morph has a little bit more time to farm.
Mid lane, stun out. They're going on to Flyby here. Where's the follow-up? The arrow is a little bit too late. They actually used an Eidolon to defend him from the arrow. It wasn't needed, but still a cute play.
They have so many nice arrow setups this game. Like, they have the Stomp, they have the Impale.
Yep, they've drafted into Mirana super nicely.
What do they want? Are they just going to take the top 1 and tier 2? I mean, they're the only outer towers left on the map, so it feels like it's just free gold for IG to run down top lane and take them.
Yeah, it really does. There's so little response from Royal, but they've got the Blink, but they don't have the BKB, and it's just such a big ask for Sep to be able to take these fights.
Radiant structures are
I'm not sure you can use a Black Hole's initiation. I'm fairly sure it's just, you know, maybe vacuums down so you don't have to get the Darkseer in it, or...
And you can see here this game as well. This is why, like, Disruptor is so 50-50 now. Like, if you're losing the game, it just feels like the hero doesn't do anything.
Oh, absolutely. Like, Glimpse is almost only an aggressive spell. Like, using it defensively is not very good.
I mean, it can be used okay defensively, like if they're running away after taking a tower.
Ooh, nice little ulti here. This is going to be Nick Sasson going down, but the Morphling takes the arrow here. Emo can't get up to the high ground, though. He popped the BKB and now running in, and he nearly gets the Morphling. No, the Morph comes off. He manages to change it to the Nick Sasson. That keeps him alive, but he does get the kill onto DDC all the same. But still, Nick Sasson dead, but they're just focusing up on this tower. Drow didn't even stop clicking it the entire time. Doodle, focus up, taking these objectives. And now they'll be going onto the high ground.
Rolling Thunder's down, but they have no Static Storm. You just need to be wary of the Blink Black Hole, but as long as they have a cancel available, it should be fine. Like, you've got this Vac available on the Darkseer that he shouldn't get caught.
I mean, look at this positioning. Like, where do you Black Hole? Like, here? Wow, that Mirana sure felt the wrath of the Morphling there.
I mean, that was the pipe from the Darkseer being used as well. So.
Okay. Looked extremely underwhelming. Avalanche toss. They will be able to take the first life of Mirana here. So, OG, well, JT runs forwards here. Vitaly wanted to get that wall kind of like behind them here, just across the entrance of their base, but couldn't quite get there in time.
I feel like you just back off with your IG here and just do the same as you did last game and just like... Just keep choking them out the map. Just wait for the Drow BKB before you commit to another big fight.
Yeah, and like Aegis only had a minute left on it, so it's not like they lost anything particularly valuable.
No, they're going to be fine with
Flyby.
Flyby's
in a bad place. He's going to get silenced and blown up by this Drow and by this Mirana. Look at these two going to town. The right clicks. Too much.
They really need to... Oh, no, Nyx didn't get any Spirit Vessel charges from the kill because he wasn't nearby. Like, he's picked it up, but he has no charges at the moment, so... The Morph kills would be so much easier if they had them available.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you not have any charges on that urn?
I think he's used them all already. He did before.
Big spender. Now Mirana picking up this Mjolnir as well, so her damage is completely through the roof right now. And they actually land the arrow onto DDC, but they can't really get in to deal with it now as the Serial Blade Burst comes down to Mirana. But he just managed to get the Strength Morph off in time. It's going to be enough to keep him alive. They actually use the Black Hole, but immediately cancelled out by the vacuum as they run in and kill off Step. Your Black Hole is down. Your Enigma is down. S is going to try to come in here on the Tiny and just do a bit of damage, maybe block the Drow, but just get silenced up and destroyed. But Emo is dead thanks to DDC with that Static Storm on the left there. You lose a Tiny, but you lose the Mirana as well. But now Flyby in some trouble. There's your Pangolier gone. Does buy back into this one. Doesn't have the Rolling Thunder for a while still.
They're feeling so confident here. Like, the Pango buys back, but they know without the Rolling Thunder, he doesn't really do too much.
Yep, Mirana's dead, but they're still sitting up on this high ground here. They're taking these racks, and there is not a whole lot it feels like they could do about it.
This Morph is in trouble.
We managed to Morph up just in time and just dead. Was that the vacuum damage?
It was a vacuum damage, and there was a mana burn from the Nyx as well, I think.
Right, okay.
And Morphling has buyback, but Pango's dead. Like, that's a dieback on Pango.
This game's over, my Farah.
They're going to keep going.
I've never seen Vacuum do 289 physical damage before. Sorry, magical damage before.
This Darkseer is getting comboed, but he has Greaves and Pipe. Not going to be enough.
Not surviving that one. Midnight Pulse does a lot of work against him.
He just ran into the shop to try and get to pick up his Greaves.
Classic.
And the Disruptor's like, well, alright, I've got a glimpse, so I'll just bring you back again.
Gotta say, DDC has had some questionable moments, but he had a lot of really good moments as well.
Considering how much of a difficult game it is, like, IG are dominating. He's 4-6-4 on Disruptor. Like, he's not doing too badly. Yeah, they are just going to wait for the BKBs again now. Oh, Drow's actually going Manta instead. Okay.
Alrighty.
I don't agree, but, I mean, it's fine. I don't think it really matters at this point what he does, to be honest.
Manta dodge black hole.
Sure, why not?
Dogfight stealing the double damage away from his drow. Toxic player, report.
2 times 0, still 0 dogfights, unfortunately.
How do you know he's hitting for 160 right now?
Oh. I mean, he almost has a blink, by the way, so the fights are going to be so much easier when he doesn't have to be like sitting in the front line. You've seen in some of the last engagements, he's the one dying first for IG. Not in the last engagement, but yeah, with this blink, it's going to allow him to play so much more defensively at the start.
I wonder if Vendetta added to your physical damage the same way Enchant Totem does. That'd be funny.
Look at this Mirana and Pango.
Ah, buddies.
Is she gonna?
Doesn't know he's here.
Oh my god.
She didn't arrow either. If she just arrowed anywhere in that direction, like she'd have found him, like 100%, because the arrow would just give him flying motion instead of find him. You know, DDC throws his life in for the cause.
This Pango looks like he's trying to cut the way. Oh, did the courier? Yeah, the courier saw him, but they're nowhere near now. They're just going to go for the racks instead.
Structures are fortified.
Wow, look at DDC. He's actually third in the KDA with 4 kills, 7 deaths, and 4 assists.
Yeah, he's done
player.
okay, but like they have no way of like utilizing this Enigma in the fights, because if he doesn't have a BKB, like we said, he's never getting a black hole off.
No,
it's either
hammer now. He's getting close, but their base is being hit.
Look at these arrow cannons. The Drow and the Mirana just chomping away.
Like, oh yeah, 1 hero and 2 illusions ripping through our tier 3 tower. Nice. And in they go, blink in, stun, Tiny held still, and there's the arrow coming through as well. They've got so much lockdown, S just can't do anything. Stunned up forever, a bolt down, but he does buy back, and Dogfight's dead in response. As the Morphling jumps in and gets the cheeky one.
Yeah, Tiny buyback as well. I feel like you just wait for the Aegis here if you're IG. I don't think there's any need to like force this unnecessarily.
Yep. You got the tower.
Yeah, they got the tower. They got the buyback from the Tiny as well. Like it's
victory.
Very valuable for them. He has the Gust Silence duration on the Drow as well, so Morph doesn't have a BKB or a Manta. If he gets hit by a Gust before he morphs like into strength, he's dead.
Also 6 charges in his drum. Has he bought a recipe, or has he just not used his drum?
I think he's only just bought it, to be fair. I also want to say...
Is it valuable to buy a drum at this stage, or do you mean he just bought the recipe?
On who, sorry?
Morphling.
No, he built the E-Blade first, I'm pretty sure, right?
Really? Oh, that's interesting.
I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't been keeping up with his items.
I don't think I saw the Morphling with the drum before this. I don't know.
Can we just say as well that how ridiculous this Gust is on Drow when you get the talent? It's just a 9-second silence. 9 seconds.
Very cool. Yeah, they're not winning fights. That goes off. Oh, they found the Pangolier again. Flyby. Bit playing it fast and loose all game, to be honest, and I do not think it's paying off.
That was really nice by the Nix. He blinked in and used the Spike Carapace just as the Pango used his Shield Crush. That's cool to see.
Alright, BKB on Enigma. Hope you're feeling it, because Zep certainly needs to be right now. Their racks are under siege. They want to wait for their Pangolier, but they won't have that chance, I don't think. They're going to have to make something happen here, something magical. The Astral Spirit doesn't pop the smokes.
I love this positioning from IG as well. Like, they just send the Mirana up by herself. They know that the Drow doesn't have to go in first.
Yep. I mean, they probably know that this Black Hole's... Oh, BKB forced out from Emo here, so that's something. A very risky play from this Morphling, though.
Yeah, but like when you're running up to the high ground like that and you don't see anybody, like you see the Morphling throwing something at you. Like
DDC though, they're looking for the plays. They want to make it happen right now. Stun out onto the Morphling. He managed to get the strength morph off the arrow to follow up as well. And with that Spirit Vessel, he's just not getting enough health from this. In comes the Avalanche. Oh, they try to go in with the Black Hole, but he can't find a target. BKB is used, but he just can't see anybody. Oh no, IG just completely scatter and dodge out the BKB used to the Enigma, and now they can go on to Flyby. The Pangolier brought down after that Rolling Thunder's gone. All their ultimates are gone. Well, I mean, the Black Hole isn't even used, but the BKB is, so it's just useless now. Except, I think, the final hurrah from Royale ends up being nothing more than a squeak.
Pretty unfortunate, isn't it? You see, he's trying to turn into the Nyx to do some kind of return damage, but the Mirana and the Drow are just clicking this racks in the bot lane.
But yeah, Mega Creeps are going to be had. S jumping in, trying to get a cheeky kill onto Emo here. The Black Hole will be caught onto 2 here, but immediately cancelled out as expected. They annihilate Sep here. They go for more as well. The GG is called. This game is over. This series is over. IG lay down the law on Royal and stomp them out of this tournament.
I mean, so the final is going to be Keen versus IG, right? And we saw this matchup already in the upper bracket.
We did.
Although IG gave them a really good run for their money, it felt like Keen were definitely the better team out of the two, as we saw. They got through to the final. But I feel like IG, after this win today, they might be able to take some sort of momentum with them. They've played really well.
I will be surprised. I will be surprised if they don't take a game off of Keen. I think Keen will win, but I think they can take a game.
Emo played super well on Morana this game as well. 12-1 and 11. Like, I feel like him and the Darks here, between them, they just took over the bot side of the map completely.
Yeah, and it's one of these teams, IG, where they're able to really kind of make their cores a game-winning core. Any of them. JT did it on the Nature's Prophet. Admittedly, they didn't win that game, but against a lesser team, they certainly would have. Doodle, this game, doing pretty good work on the job. We've seen him on his Nagasaran before he's taken over games, and Emo, of course, this game, and we've seen a couple of others from him before in the previous days where he's just been coming alive in this middle lane.
It feels like as well that the games that we've cast with them so far in these qualifiers, if IG have a good laning stage and they get ahead, we hardly ever see them make mistakes. Like, if they're ahead, they stay ahead. They make all the right rotations around the map, they make all the right calls, and it's so difficult for the other team to try and get back into the game. I think IG have just, put the gauntlet down almost. Like,
they have.
We're here for you, Keen.
Yeah, we're here for you. We lay down the law. It's like when you make an example of someone else in those in movies and stuff. When you string up someone's henchmen and say, this is coming for you next. That's the situation we have here as IG. Make a statement today, and looking very good for tomorrow's best of 5 match, of course. Keen Gaming will have a 1-game advantage coming into that best of 5. It's the way these qualifiers work. The team which go through from the upper bracket get a 1-game advantage. So IG will be playing against the odds in the best of 5 to take it off Keen Gaming. They're going to have to play super duper well, and it's going to be a thrilling series, I hope. And we'll be there tomorrow. That's going to be tomorrow at the same time, 12 CST. So come and join us then. My name's No. No, my name's not No. My name's Nomad. Here's Mo Farah, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for some more ESL One Birmingham Dota action in the Chinese qualifiers.
Think you can't shine through the dark? Stream a Roshan Steel in high resolution? And record a play for the history books? Watch this. Think you can't make a victory go viral? Watch this. Think a support can't be in the spotlight? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, a legend can rewrite his own legacy. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Remember where it started. Your first experiences. The journey you traveled. The journey you love. Remember where it started. And imagine where it will go. Rise on.
No matter what your passion is, soccer, rugby, racing, or esports, become a part of the experience with the moments we deliver.
This is Game Fuel. 16 ounces of pure annihilation. Tastes like berry-flavored wind sauce.
New Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.